class. Today we are going to start with new chapter, lesson number 13, that's direct and inverse proportion. Let's say one example. Cost of one pen is rupees 15. Okay. Then what will be the cost for 2 pens? 30. Okay. So let us write it down. Number of pens and its cost. Okay. If one pen costs 15 rupees, what will the cost for 2 pens? It's 30. 15 into 2 is 30. What will the cost for 3 pens? It's 45. What will be the cost for 5 pens then? Yes? 75. Okay? So, let's take another example. If a vehicle is covering a distance of 10 km in 20 minutes, okay? Distance covered by a vehicle and time taken in minutes. Okay? If distance covered by a vehicle for 10 km, it is 20 minutes. What will be for 20 kilometers? It's going to be 40 minutes. Okay? Next, if it is going for 30 km, if the speed is same, it will take another, for 30 kilometers it will take 60 minutes. Okay? For 40 kilometers, it will take 80 minutes. Okay? So, if the speed is constant, okay, the constant speed, 10 km, it takes 20 minutes, 20 kilometers, take 40 minutes, 30 km, it will take 60 minutes, and for 40 kilometers, it will take 80 minutes. So, here you can see that here, as the distance increases, the time taken by the vehicle also increases. Okay? Same here, when the number of pen increases, the cost of the pen also increases. Okay? Here, if we take here number of pen as x and number of cost as y, then we can see that the ratio of x is to y is maintained. Let us check it out. When we take x upon y, okay, for first is 1 upon 15, okay, then 2 upon 30 means 1 upon 15, 2 into 1 and 2 into 15, so it's 1 upon 15, 3 upon 45 means 3 into 1 and 3 into 15, so 3 cancel, it's 1 upon 15, 5 into 5 upon 75, so it will be 5 into 1 and 5 into 15, so 5 cancel, so our ratio comes to 1 is to 15, means x upon y here 1 upon 15, 1 upon 15 and 1 upon 15 is constant, means when x is increasing here, simultaneously the y, quantity of y also increases. That means x upon y, we have one constant value, suppose k, and that k here in this example is 1 upon 15. Even if 1 upon 15 we take x1 by y1, x2 by y2, x3 by y3, x4 by y4, our 1 upon 15, that is our k as a constant. when X increases and the quantity related to it, that is Y also increases, that type of proportion is called direct proportion. What it is called? Direct proportion. Clear? Moving to the next sum example we will take. Let us say some workers complete one work in some days. Now consider number of workers and number of days what they complete the work. Okay. Suppose this is X and number of days is equal to Y. Now your two workers complete one work in 8 days. Okay. Another 4 workers will complete the same work in 4 days. Next, if we are double the number of the workers, it will take less time. Okay. And if we continuously have again double 16, they will complete the work in 1 day. Okay. Here you can see that as the number of workers are increasing, the number of days for doing the work decreases. Okay. So here X increases, the related quantity Y decreases. Okay. Now here in such a way that the product of the two quantity is constant. Okay. Here we will see that product of the two quantity remains constant. Now here if it is x1 and y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4, we'll check it out here. What is our x1 y1? x1 into y1 is 2 into 8, that is 16. x2 into y2, that is 4 into 4, that is 16. x3 into y3, that is 8 into 2 is 16. x4 into y4, that is 16 into 1 is 16. Now here you can see that here x1 and y1 is equal to x2 y into y2, x3 into y3 is equal to one constant number, that is 16. So this type of proportion where one quantity increases leads to the decrease of the related quantity, that type of variation is called inverse proportion. Clear? So up till now we will learn about direct and inverse proportion. So let's recap it. Now the proportion what we will learn about here. Two proportion, that is direct and another is inverse. Okay, here direct means if one quantity is increasing, other quantity also increases in such a way that the ratio of the quantity is one constant number k. That is x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2. Okay. Next inverse proportion is as one quantity increases, it leads to the other quantity decreases, or if one quantity decreases, the other quantity increases in such a way that the product of the two numbers or the product of the two quantities remains constant. Like x into y is one constant number k, or we can say that x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2 is equal to one constant k. Clear? Now we will solve the sums of the textbook. Page number 204. Try these sums here. X and y variables are there and the values are given. So let's check it out. Its proportion, x is increasing and y is increasing. So if it is a direct proportion, then x upon y should be one constant variable. Okay. So let us check it out. X upon y. Okay, first 20 upon 40. Okay, so what the ratio we will get for first x1 upon y1? We will consider as x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7, and here y1, y2, y3, and so on. Okay, so here for first, what is the 20 upon 40? What we will get? It's 1 upon 2 when we reduce. Next, 17 upon 34 is 17 into 1, 17, 17 into 2 is 34. 14 upon 28, so 14 into 1, 14, 14 into 2, 28. 11 upon 22, direct proportion. Next, let us see, check this example. X upon 5, find out the ratio. So 6 upon 4, so it comes to 2 into 3, 2 into 2. So we have 3 upon 2 for x1 upon y1. For next, x2 upon y2, that is 10 upon 8. So 5 into 2, 4 into 2. So it is 5 upon 4. Next, 14 upon 12, so we can have 7 into 2, 6 into 2. So it's 7 upon 6. So here you can find out that here the value differs. It does not remain the same. For x1 upon y1, x2 upon y2, x3 upon y2, we have 3 different values. So we can say this proportion is not a direct proportion. Okay. Coming to the next, here 5, 8, 12, x1, x2, x3 and your y1, y2, y3. So let us start with x1 upon y1. So 5 upon 15, we will have 5 into 1, 5 into 3. Next, 8 upon 24, we can have 8 into 1 and 8 into 3 is 24. For 12 into upon 36, we have 12 into 1 and 12 into 3. So 1 upon 3. 15 upon 60. So here we will have 15 into 1, 15 and 15 into 4 is 60. And for next we will have 18 into 1, 18 and 18 into 4, that is 72. So we will get 1 upon 4. Here 20 upon 100. So here we will have 1 upon 5. So here you can see there are different values for x1 upon x upon y. So this variation is also not in direct proportion. Okay. So let us move to the next example. 111. Try this sum. So here we have to find out, observe the table and find out the whether observe the table and find out the variables are in inverse proportion. So first, here x and y is given. So here for x we will consider the values for x1, y1, x1 upon y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4. Okay. So here for inverse proportion we have the condition that the product of the two quantities remains constant. Okay. So x into y is one particular value. So here we will see that x1 upon y, x1 into y1 comes to what? So here if you multiply 50 into 5, our first x1 into y1 is equal to 50 into 5, that comes to 250. Okay. Next, x2 into y2, what we have, 40 into 60, that's come to 240. Okay. Next, x3 into y3, that is equal to 30 into 7. So it comes to 210. Next, x4 into y4, that is 20 into 8. That comes to 116. Here you can see that here the value differs. Okay. So here we can say it is not the inverse proportion. Okay. It's not. Okay. Next, let us take it out for here. What is x1 into y1? You can see here 100 into 60. What we will have? 6000. Okay. Next, take it out for x2 into y2. What we have? 200 into 30. So here we will have 6000. 3 zeros and 3 into 2 is 6. Next, 300 into 20. x3 into y3. So 3 zeros and 2 into 3 is 6. That is 6000. Next, x4 into y4, what we will have? 400 into 15. So 15 into 4 is 60 and 2 zeros, that comes to 6000. So here you can see that here 6000, x1 is equal to x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2 is equal to one continuous same value. So here this 90. So it's 900. Next 45 into 2. X3 into Y3. It comes to 900. Next x4 into y4. But it comes to here 750. Next 20 into 30. x5 y5 comes to 600. Next last here 5 into 35. x6 into y6. It comes to 25 to carry 15. 175. Here you can see the value differs for x into y. It's not the one constant value. So no, not the inverse proportion. So here only second question only verifies that it is an inverse proportion. Okay.